Hello and welcome back to the second David67 Celtic News YouTube video today of Friday the 28th of June. As I was saying in the first video, which hopefully should be all uploaded to YouTube now, I had been going through all the various different Celtic news and football news sites, and a lot of those sites were linking Celtic with a very talented young Swedish player, Pontus Dahbo, and having watched his YouTube videos as some from research for my first video of the day, I thought Dabo looked so impressive that I would do an actual separate video regarding him, looking at the extract or two from his YouTube highlights, some stats, and my own general impression of Pontus Dahbo. So just a wee introduction to Pontus Dahbo. He is an 18-year-old Swedish player currently playing for BK Hacken in the top division in Sweden. He is a Swedish under-18 international, but hasn't as yet moved to under-19 or under-21 level for Sweden, but is said to be the number 2 best young player in Sweden currently, behind a player who is apparently just about to sign for Ange Postecoglou's Spurs. So I thought I would do a wee highlight scouting reel type video for Pontus Dahbo using some extracts from a YouTube video by Brazil Scout, who do a lot of different videos on European and other players, and have added the copyright disclaimer extract to that as well. So have a wee look at Pontus Dahbo's season highlights for this year and last, and then we'll have a wee chat regarding his stats and what I feel myself regarding Dabo as a potential Celtic player. So hopefully you enjoyed those 4 or 5 minutes of Pontus Dahbo playing for Hacken in the Swedish league. He's been playing for them for the last 18 months or so, and so started there when he was 17, and has been pretty much a regular for Hacken over the 23 and 24 seasons. Looking at his stats for the current season, 23 appearances, 2 goals and 1 assist, and over his whole Hacken career, 45 games, 6 goals and 2 assists. And interestingly, has had 1 start and 8 sub-appearances in a combination of Champions League qualifiers and Europa League, and some may remember him from the games between Hacken and Aberdeen in the 23-24 season when they met in the Europa League qualifiers. As I said in the earlier part, he is a current Swedish international at under 18, but hasn't progressed to under 19 or under 21 yet, but has been quoted as being the number 2 prospect in Swedish football. And very soon, when the number 1 moves to Tottenham Hotspur with Ange Postecoglou, Pontus Dahbo presumably goes up to the number 1 top player in Swedish football as a prospect. Now, looking at a variety of different sites, some are listing him at €1 million, some at €3 million, and quite a lot of the Scottish and British press and Celtic fan sites are listing him at £3.4 million. And sometimes I do find, looking at a variety of sites, sometimes some sites seem to have euros and pounds interchangeably. I think the €3 million is probably the most likely actual asking price valuation, as £3.4 million would be heading towards nearer €5 million and €3 million. Still, for an 18-year-old player, €3 million is quite a financial outlay. However, I do think Pontus Dahbo is an amazingly talented young player. I think he, even given his personality and whether he is a mature, adaptable player, I think he actually, even at the age of 18, 19, could come in and play very regularly in Celtic's first team. Having had a look at his various different videos, and there are a few others available via YouTube from channels I'm not sure who are quite so able to share copyright as Brazil Scout. Having looked at those sites, plus the Brazil Scout extracts I've included in today's video, do think at 6'1" he is actually a good tall player. He looks strong, he looks very good on the ball, able to fight off challenges, very good at battling in midfield, has an absolutely wonderful left foot, brilliant passer, tremendous vision, really impressive ability to switch the play from one side to the other with pinpoint passes, able also to get down out wide to the byline and to send in nice crosses into the box. Has a good ability to finish once he does get into the box, and also able to score with some power from outside the box. There are some concerns regarding his ability to be more of a defensive midfielder, and certainly his playing time for Hacken has primarily been in central midfield and attacking midfield role, so more of a Matt O'Reilly type player rather than a Callum McGregor type player. At 6'1", one would also imagine that he's got good aerial ability as well, and certainly looking at his stats in 23 and 24 in the Swedish top division, he's got absolutely excellent ratings for passing accuracy, both in his own half and long passes. Ratings up in the 80% and 90% success rates, which is very impressive. And he actually has decent stats for winning the ball in midfield, tackling, intercepting, clearances, etc. His goal scoring efficiency isn't quite as high as one would want, and similarly, his assists and setting up goal chances isn't as high as one might have wanted. But given his overall skill levels, I think those are things that will get better and better with time. And as I said right at the start of the second section, I can see him potentially coming in even as an 18, 19-year-old to come to Celtic. I can see him quickly becoming a first team player, certainly an impact player coming off the bench, and I think also a player who could play on a regular basis as a starter if we were looking to rest and rotate Hatate, McGregor, O'Reilly, etc., assuming that O'Reilly stays with us. And so I actually am very keen that Celtic do pursue Hacken and Pontus Dahbo and see where that gets us. I think he could be a player who will get better and better and better, whilst also being a player capable of starting for Celtic straight away. And I think he's also a player whose value will go up and up and up and up over the years. However, you all may have a different opinion to me. I'm just a simple old Celtic fan, maybe getting a wee bit carried away with an apparently very talented, skillful young footballer. And so do feel free to pop your own comments and thoughts into the comment section regarding Pontus Dahbo. And as I say, there are a number of other videos and stat sites one can look at where you may want to do your own additional research as well. So that just about finishes off things for this second video of Friday the 28th. As always, please do, if you haven't already, consider clicking the subscribe button, get the numbers pushing up towards 700 for the start of the season. And also, if you have liked the video, please do click that like button. It does help with YouTube analytics. And so we'll finish things off regarding Pontus Dahbo. And so goodbye and hail, hail.